Hello guys, and welcome back to Panda Survival. Last episode we did the absolutely impossible and created 4 spawners over the ocean. So I'm not too sure how to keep up with that. But I thought to start out today's episode we could try a stunt which was recently shown by Pi314159265358978. So Pi and then the first 15 digits of the number Pi. He got some awesome videos, and one of the things he showed us how to climb out of the void in survival mode. So let's get in there and try it out. Dropping down. Oh man, I'm not sure if that was a good idea. Okay, we stopped dropping down, so every time we take damage we will get up a little bit and eventually get out of the void again. Alright, there we go. Now we hopefully will be able to get into the world here, and we drop down. Let me just get up again. So let's try this again. As I said, hopefully we will be able to somehow get back into the world here. Oh, it's not that easy. Actually, I don't... Ah, there we go! Oh, we made it! We climbed out of the void. Again, credits to Pi who found this craziness. So in order to safely do that, we obviously had to prepare a few things. So I had to create the bedrock hole down there. Then I built a fish farm to get a few name tags. By the way, the fish farm is a little faster if you have skylight access on top of the water block. Also, then we had to get a few witches out of the witch farm, rename them, bring them over to the contraption, which I will show you in a second. Also set up beacons so I won't die from the poison and the instant damage. But I would say I just get back to the contraption there and then explain you what's going on here. Alright, so here we are where the magic happens. So the reason we didn't die back there in the void is because we are in some kind of ghost mode, as we call it. So ghost mode is where the server and the client side of Minecraft are not sure where the player is. So for the server, I'm at the moment sitting in a boat on top of this block there. And to prove it, I can just throw away some items, and you see the items appear over there, while I'm actually standing here. And I'm also picking up the items which are lying around over there. And I can pick up the item which is... Yeah, the witches get kind of annoying, but we needed them to climb out of the void. So let me just get up here. Yeah, and I used the witches to damage me, so they won't damage the armor. Oh man, it's impossible to get over there. There we go. Now they just stopped for a second. So I can pick up the items down here, because for the server I'm up there. And yeah, also when I was back in the void, I was just there for the client. That's why I didn't die from damage or anything. And now I actually got 2 options how to get out of this ghost mode. So one is I press shift and get out of the boat. So I would stand on top of the boat, which on the top of the invisible boat over there, because on top of this block there is a boat, we just don't see it because it got lost when we dropped into the void. And the second option is I destroy the boat by, for example, shooting with my bow, and land wherever I'm now. So I would say we just do the second part now. If I shoot with the bow. Okay, that's weird. Usually you get out wherever you stood before. So I don't know why that happened. But now I can just show you how to get into this ghost mode. So we place a boat on top of the block. And that actually works in 1.7.4 and also in the latest 1.8 snapshot. And then we need to place water up there. Let's see if we can reach it from down here. There we go. and now you see the boat is dropping through the water. And if we jump up a little bit, we can get into the boat. And now I can remove the water again. Now the boat is down there for the client, but still up there for the server. So to show it, if I get into the boat, I actually need to stand right here so that I'm in reach of the boat, because as I said, the boat is on top of this block. And get out of it. I'm landing up here on top of a glitchy boat. You see I'm dropping down all the time because the client has nothing in the way here, but the server then tells the client that there is a boat in the way. Yeah, that's how I got into the ghost mode, and then I just swam to the edge of the world there, and since I'm here for the server, the world doesn't load in any further, so that's why I can just jump into the void like that. And yeah, then we got the beacons and the witches to do damage and to not kill us. Guess that's pretty straightforward. Now I just want to show this thing with a bow again. So if I'm somewhere over here and then shoot the boat. Yeah, this time it worked. I don't know what was up there last time. So when the boat gets destroyed, you get teleported to wherever you swam in the ghost mode. So Pi explains it in a little bit more detail. Here's his name again. 0141596 59265358978. So I will link his channel in the description. He got a lot of interesting videos and he explains the ghost mode really nice. But now I guess we should get back to the topic, and today I want to play around with explosive arrows. But all the arrows I have are these few stacks. I really went around in my world and searched for arrows. So yeah, that's not really a lot. So I guess we should just set up a small skeleton farm up in the spawner, and yeah, then continue. Before I start building, I want to go over the theory of mob spawners really quick. So as you know, a mob spawner only tries to spawn mobs if there is a player in a 16 block radius around it. And then also there are a few more things to it. So the mob spawner will randomly try to spawn mobs in 8x8x3 area. So it's marked out with the black and yellow blocks here. So in the area which is marked out by these blocks, it will try to spawn skeletons. And this is a feed block of the skeletons. So for example, it could try to spawn a skeleton here, and then the skeleton would stand there like this. So it would be the head block and that's the feed block of the skeleton. Or also it could try it 1 or 2 blocks lower, like here, or yeah, it's a little hard to build here. The next one, well, here. And also in the whole area that's marked out. And as an 8x8 area is has no direct center, it's one off center to the spawner, or yeah, a little bit off center to the spawner. So it will try to spawn mobs 3 blocks out to the positive coordinates and 4 blocks out to the negative coordinates. So you can see that's northwest, that's the negative coordinates. If I walk here, the x coordinate should count down, yeah, there you see it. And if I go this way, it's also the negative side with the 4 blocks, the z coordinate goes down. So yeah, then also it will only spawn mobs in these areas if it's dark enough, so it needs to be a light level of less than 8. But lower light levels have higher spawn rates, so yeah, you want to keep the light level at 0 if possible. The next thing, and that's the numbers I always forget about mob spawners, is a red-white thing. That's a 17 by 17 by 9 area, and the mobs inside this area get counted before it tries to spawn new mobs. And if there are 6 or more mobs inside this 17 by 17 by 9, it won't spawn any mobs. So that's mainly important to drop the skeletons down. So yeah, so the spawner can work as fast as possible. We want to get the skeletons out of this area right away if possible, so they won't get stuck anywhere in there. And I marked that out already here. This will be the floor where the skeleton gets transported off with water streams. And as you can see, I went 3 blocks below this area. So you might think 2 blocks could be enough, because then the skeleton won't be in this area. But the problem is, if we then flush them out with water, they will swim and jump up a little bit, and therefore get into the area. So it's better to just do 3 blocks, as we have the space to below anyways. Yeah, and that's that. Yeah, I guess that covers all the numbers for mob spawners, so we should just get building now. And here we go, the skeleton farm is done. So yeah, let me just switch the FOV down a little bit. So you can see all the spawners are encaged in one huge cage, and I used the half slab there. There's no light shining through, even though you can see to the outside, because that's all half slabs there. Yeah, upside down half slabs and normal half slabs, and then they're upside down half slabs again. So it's completely dark in there, and all the skeletons spawn. You can see there's 1 spawner, 2 spawners, 3 spawners, and the spawner number 4 is up there. You can see it, but skeletons will drop down from there as well. And all the skeletons just drop down into the water streams, get transported to the water streams on the sides over here and over there, and then get transported to the center. And yeah, then over here they get transported up in this ice elevator. And after 23 blocks they get dropped down here again, so they are a one-hit kill. And what else do we get around here? Yeah, got a little brewing stand, so that's just to get some instant health potions. Yeah, most people probably know this trick already, but if you throw an instant health potion at skeletons, or yeah, if you kill a mob with a potion and switch to a looting sword before the potion hits, you will get the looting effect. So instant health potions will damage skeletons. So if I would now throw the potion, and while the potion is in the air, switch to the looting sword that's in the active slot, then I would get looting on all these skeletons, because they all got killed by the potion while I had the looting sword in my hand. So yeah, that's just a nice trick you can use there. That's why I have potions here. Yeah, over here we got the portal to enter and leave the area, and on the other side here, there's nothing really built yet, so there's a window here so we can see outside. That's interesting, by the way. Back there, that's 1.7 terrain, the sand. So the chunk loading distance, or the view distance, must have increased in 1.7, because I was in this area in 1.6 before and the chunks didn't generate, so they weren't loaded. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I thought I would build a second floor with a fish farm, so we can farm fish while accumulating skeletons, but not today. Today we want to have fun with the arrows. What else is here? Yeah, of course we have a light switch, so we can turn the whole thing off. It will just turn on all the redstone lamps up there. Let's just have a small look on the top here. So yeah, it's just all wired up with simple redstone, all these redstone lamps. Also a half-slab wire up to the top spawner, which is in there, and to the other ones. And I think we should now just kill the skeletons, get a few arrows, and have fun with them. So let me just close it off again, that I don't get surprised by mobs. And turn it on again. Yeah, we see the spawning starts immediately. So yeah, let's get over into a test area and see what we can do with all the arrows. And here we are in our test area, and let's see what we can do with arrows. So JL recently showed this thing over here. So it's just a dispenser filled with arrows pointing at a TNT on top of lava. And the dispenser is connected to a fast clock, so it shoots a few arrows in there. Let's just see what it does. Okay, so far... Oh, what's that? So one of the arrows hits the TNT, dropped down through the lava, started burning, and then hit the block which was down here. And yeah, you saw what happened. The block turned into ignited TNT and blew up. Let's just try that a second time. Shooting arrows against it. One of them drops through. Oh no, that's bad luck. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Now a second burning arrow hits the other block. So yeah, that's some kind of glitch, I would say. The arrows which drop down to the lava ignite the blocks below, or turn them into ignited TNT. That's quite fun. It gets a lot more fun if you understand how the glitch is working. So let's try to reproduce it over here without the fast clock and the dispenser. So I shoot an arrow, a burning arrow, into a block here. What I will do now is I will mine the block and place a TNT while the arrow is dropping down. So I need to be fast about it, so get it ready, and... Oh, that didn't work. I will try that again in a second. Let's get a second TNT. I was a little too fast, so the arrow was inside the TNT and ignited it. Let's give it a second try. So we get the arrow stuck in there. Get the keys ready. Oops. Let's just put the TNT on a lower slot so it's easier. So I will mine the block and place the TNT, and you see it ignited the block below as well. So the reason why that happened, or happens, is the arrow remembers the block it last was stuck in. So not the block, but actually the coordinates of the block. So if I shoot an arrow into this block, it will remember the coordinates of this block. And when the block gets destroyed, it will start falling, but it will still remember the coordinates of this block. And when it hits a block again, it will actually accidentally use whatever is placed at the coordinates it still remembers for the calculations. So when I remove this block and the arrows drop down, when they hit this block, they will look up what block is at these coordinates, and they will see, okay, there's TNT because I placed it afterwards, and they will use the TNT for the calculations for what to do when they hit this block. So let's just do it one more. Now I have had the wrong slot there. Let's do it one more time here. So yeah, I got it ready again, and that was the wrong timing again. Okay, let's screw this. We can automate it more. So, another glitch with arrows, which we will use in a second, is if an arrow is stuck in a block, you can actually move it around with pistons. Okay, we should use a sticky piston though, because normal pistons behave glitchy. If you use a sticky piston with a block in front, then it works better. So let me just change it here. There we go. So I shoot an arrow in there, and I can move it to the side while it's stuck in the block, and it will not start dropping down again. I could also keep moving it here. Let's see, do we still have a button in the inventory? Of course not. So I can move it again, and now it's moved to over here. And I could move it up as well and move it around, and it will not start dropping. But what it will do is, as soon as we change the block where it was stuck in, so this block over here, it will start falling. So if I mine this block, the arrow will get updated and drop down. And that's quite helpful if you want to do the TNT thing. And that's what I built up over here. Because if we shoot an arrow in this block here, it remembers... need to get away from here fast. So it remembers that it's stuck in this block, even if we push it to the side now. So it still remembers I'm stuck in this block. And if we now move, trigger this piston, it will move the TNT to over there. So this block will get an update, the arrow will start dropping, and when it hits this block, it will look up the coordinates of the block it last was stuck in, which is these coordinates, and the TNT will be there. So it creates ignited TNT down there. Yeah, so that's roughly how this glitch works. But as you can see over here, we can automate it more. And let's try out this thing. So what I did over here is I connected a cobblestone generator to it, because we always need blocks which can get hit by the arrow. So yeah, that's why I had blocks placed down here, which then turn into the TNT. So I have a cobblestone generator here. I will shoot an arrow in... wow. Get your keys right, guy. I will shoot an arrow in the top of this block, a burning arrow. Now, it will remember these coordinates. The redstone will trigger this piston at first, so it will move the TNT up into this block. The arrow will get pushed up to like over there, and then immediately start dropping down. This block will be one block higher and turn into ignited TNT when it gets hit by the arrow, because the arrow looks up this block and sees the TNT there. After that, this piston will move the ignited TNT out, and a new cobblestone will get moved in. I would say just do it so you can monitor it. So let's press it again. So you see it happening there. Oh, I don't really want to damage my armor that much. This piston moves the TNT and the block up, so this block is one block higher and gets turned into ignited TNT. And the rest around it makes sure to reset it, and this half slab here makes sure to push the ignited TNT out, but not the arrow. So, ta-da! Infinite TNT machine. That's quite cool. What's especially cool about it is something else. Let me just get this sheep over to demonstrate it. Oh man, this sheep. Let's get it into the water. We just want to blow you up, nothing that will... well, it will hurt a little bit. No, stop walking away. Just want to get you into the water. So now of course the arrow despawned, but let's start it over again. Arrow in. We can press a button. And now the cool thing. As the TNT that's there was ignited by a player, the mob will drop XP. So you can use this thing in automatic XP farms. Which is quite cool, I would say, because then you don't have to refill it. Yeah, I don't think this... Yeah, the arrow would despawn in this machine, but you could potentially set it up in a way that the arrow gets refreshed all the time and doesn't despawn. And then you can just have a button in your automatic XP farm and kill all the mobs with one TNT, like in an Enderman farm, for example, how ESO did it. Just that we don't need to refill TNT or anything like that, and just can kill them on a button press. Yeah, other than that, I think it would be fun to shoot an explosive arrow. So I looked around a little bit and tried to get it that I could shoot explosive arrows like that, but I sadly didn't find a way. But what we can do, for sure, is build a TNT cannon and shoot a explosive arrow, yeah, by using a TNT cannon. And I would say I get ready for that, and yeah, we have some more fun with TNT and arrows. Alright, I left our test area because I don't want it to get damaged, and this might become nasty. So I set up a small TNT cannon here, and yeah, we should just fill in some TNT in all of these dispensers down here. So 5 TNT each should be fine, so we can fire a few times. And then up here I set up a sticky piston with a TNT facing downwards, and a dispenser shooting arrows into the TNT. So wait, actually let's just trigger the dispenser once. So you can see the arrow is stuck in the TNT from the inside. So that's an easy way to get some arrows which are stuck in the TNT blocks to fire them later on. Also, the interesting thing is, if you shoot them into a block like that, like with a dispenser directly in front of the block, they are stuck there, and you won't be able to pick them up, and you won't, and they won't despawn. So we don't have to worry about the arrow despawning after 1 minute this way. That's kind of cool. Yes, place string around there so the lava wouldn't ignite the TNT. But now the idea is, when we retract the sticky piston for a short moment and extend him again, the arrow will drop down, get ignited by the lava, and still remember the block where the TNT is at the moment as the block where it comes from. And the TNT will be in this block again when it lands somewhere on a block, and therefore it will create TNT over there. So yeah, then the dispensers are connected with redstone here. Then we have the right delay. That's 8 full repeaters and 1 repeater on 1 tick. And then I got a pulse shortener in here with a second repeater on the second tick. So that's just the sticky piston facing up. And yeah, the piston up there needs to be inverted as well, so that it will retract for a short moment. So yeah, we shot an arrow in there, so I guess we can just fire it one time. So created TNT there. And now the arrow drops down and gets shot to over there. Actually, it were 2 arrows in there. Let's see, can we see it? There was the explosion, there was the second explosion. Yeah, so you see we hit somewhere over here in a tree, and the second arrow blew up over here. Oh yeah, there we got the arrows. Alright, so that's kind of fun, but you know what would be way cooler? Shoot several stacks of arrows at the same time. So we should just get up there again. And actually it's nice that we are down here, so we can bring some more arrows up. Let's see, we don't need all this stuff. I want to keep the dispensers. And actually we should keep some of the redstone. So yeah, instead of 1 arrow, we might just put in 3 dispensers full of arrows or something and fire that over. That should cause quite some destruction on the side where it lands. So let's try that out. So this dispenser is already filled up. Let's add a second dispenser over there. Oh, at the moment there's still the string to prevent the TNT from catching fire. And there we go. Fill it up. Fill it up. Okay, 3 dispensers of arrows. So, yeah, I will just let all these arrows shoot in there. And also prepare some observation platform down here. And see you again. Alright, so 3 stacks of 3 stacks of arrows were shot in there. Yeah, let's see with F3. We see quite a few entities in there. Let's just press the button and see whatever happens, I would say. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but let's go. Oh man. Apocalypse! Oh wow! Oh wow! The arrows get shot again in the air again by the TNT and create TNT where they land again. Wow! Okay, yeah, now the arrows stop burning. So, oh man. Okay, definitely a good thing I didn't do it in my test area. Wow, that worked perfectly fine. I mean, if you ever need a perimeter, that's the way to go, I would say. I mean, like a real void perimeter. The thing is, where the arrows land, they even create TNT if it's bedrock or something like that, so you can easily destroy bedrock with that, as I showed at the beginning, basically. Oh man. The lakes are kind of a problem, though. It's deep. I mean, that's 10 to 20, that's 20 blocks here, right? Wow. Okay. I guess we maybe should just add a TNT dispenser to our Enderman farm, so we did something useful at least. But let's try to get a good view on this field at first. Oh man, what a destruction. Let's do one more shot at night. So the arrows are all fired in there already. We just need to press a button and waste this area a little more. So let's go. Oh, this time split into 3 different parts. Oh. Arrows coming a little close here. Fireworks! As much fun as it is to blow up stuff, I think we should focus on the useful side of the glitch again. So we are at the Enderman farm now, and I set up one of these TNT dispensers I showed earlier. And we just need to load it with an arrow here. This arrow needs to be shot in by a player, otherwise the Enderman won't drop XP. So here we go. And yeah, now we should be able to turn it on. There's TNT. And it kills the Enderman. It doesn't reach all of them, but yeah, that's fine. This Enderman wasn't really designed to be a fully AFK design. And also I think it won't work fully AFK now, as the TNT dispenser sometimes fails, rarely. It doesn't blow up, but it sometimes just stops working and you need to put another arrow in. But yeah, for now that's fine. I can just walk around here and collect the XP and don't have to punch anymore. So that's cool, I would say. And I would say that covers it for today. A lot of arrow glitchiness. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. And in case you're wondering how to make a rainbow machine like this, you should keep an eye out on yeah, Old Gan's Code Ridders and my channel. We figured this out together. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.